Hello and welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson and thank you for joining us today. The Hilton Head Dance Theater, dedicated to fostering an interest in dance as an art form among low country residents and visitors alike, has been in existence since 1985. The company's repertoire now includes classics such as The Nutcracker, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, Don Quixote, Giselle, Snow White, and Coppelia. And coming March 30th and 31st, Terpsichore, classic to contemporary. Joining me now are two very talented dancers of the troupe, Brooke Bishop and Caitlyn Lankowski. Welcome, girls. I'm glad to have you back again.
Thank you.
So the program for Terpsichore includes some pieces that are classical and some that are more contemporary. So let's talk a little bit about the classical ones.
Okay, well, the show begins with the third act of Sleeping Beauty, which is actually the wedding scene from the full-length ballet. And in the scene, we have Aurora, who is Sleeping Beauty, come and getting married to her prince, and all the different characters are coming to visit her. So there's Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Little Red Riding Hood, Bluebird, just a whole variety of characters coming to visit her. And so each character gives their own little dance, and then we have the final wedding of Aurora to her prince.
You know, I've seen you girls dance before in the Nutcracker, and you're amazing. And I know you've been somewhere dancing in about 15, 16 years worth, so you do a great job, and the theater itself does a great job. What about the graduation ball? I understand the music is Johann Strauss.
Yes, it's set in Vienna, and it's a girls' academy and a boys' military academy, and they're getting together for the first time for their graduation and graduation ball. So, of course, they've never seen boys and girls before, so they are very curious about the other gender, so it's about the interactions of that, so it's quite comical.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Is it difficult to go from, like, I guess, one thing to the other? I would imagine performing that way is, you know, it's a little challenging.
It is a bit challenging, but it's a lot of fun, too, because then we get to do different characters, different styles, so it's a lot of fun, but it does have its challenges.
I bet. So there's a jazz piece on the program that has been staged by the local Kathleen Watkins, and can you tell us a little bit about her and about this piece? I guess it's called Rich Man's Frug.
Yes.
Okay.
The piece Rich Man's Frug, it's from the Fosse show, which was a show choreographed by Bob Fosse on Broadway, and Kathleen actually was a dance captain for that show, so she has plenty of experience with knowing the moves and teaching it to us. So, of course, we were very excited when she came in and taught it to us, and we have first-hand experience with someone who actually danced it on Broadway. So the piece begins with the aloof section, which is all of these high-class, wealthy individuals. They're walking around a cocktail party, and then the music gets a little faster, and they get more into it, and it goes into the second section, which is the boxing section. And they just get more into it. It's kind of more fast, fun dancing. And then the third section, they just go crazy. We're all dancing, having fun. It's kind of a free-for-all, but we're singing, and then at the end of the piece, they realize what they're doing, and they decide that they need to bring themselves back together and compose themselves. And so then it just goes back to the aloof section for a little second, and that's kind of the whole piece, but it's nice because it goes from slow to more crazy, and we just get to have fun with it.
That's great. That's great. I'm sure that is a fun piece. So there are two pieces on the program choreographed by the artistic directors of the dance theater. Tell us a little bit about Talking Loud and Clear, which is choreographed by Karina Brock Carlisle.
Talking Loud and Clear is more a contemporary piece by OMD is the music, and there's no storyline to it, but it's just kind of a happy-go-lucky dance, and it's really fun to do. So Caitlyn and I are both in that one, along with another dancer, so it's just three of us.
So it sounds like most of the dancing is pretty lighthearted. I mean, you're doing a lot of really, really fun stuff.
Yeah, it is kind of, the whole show is kind of a happy feeling, so yeah. It's great.
Yeah. So now, what about a little bit about, you might have to help me with this name, Pas de Deux, choreographed by John Carlisle, Carlisle, did I say that name right?
It's Pas-de-Da.
Pas-de-Da. Pas-de-Da. So tell us a little bit about that.
It's a Pas-de-Da by John Carlisle, and it features Kylie Brooke Wilder and Mark Krieger, who are both amazing dancers. Kylie is a student at the dance theater, and Mark we brought in from Columbia City Ballet, who's just perfect for the role. And it features actually the My Heart Will Go On song from Titanic, but it's in Italian. Aww. So the audience won't worry about trying to listen to the words because obviously they can't understand them. So they can really just focus on the movements, which are really just amazing choreography.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful. I bet it's beautiful. So tell us when the show is, where it is, so the viewers are going to be able to see you girls in live action.
It's at the Visual Performing Arts Center this Friday and Saturday, which is March 30th and 31st, starting at 7:30 p.m. So.
And how do they get tickets?
Oh, HHTT.org.
Okay, all right. Or they can call the dance theater.
Yes.
Or can they get tickets at the door? Yes.
I'm assuming.
And tickets at the door. Okay, great. All right, great. Well, if nobody's ever seen you girls dance, they need to see you because you are amazing and just more talented than I can even describe. So good luck on the show.
Thank you.
And we thank you for being with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will be right back with Talk of the Town.